Thank you for clicking on and tuning into a little morning coffee reflections. Just been thinking about a lot of things, and one thing that came to mind, and I want to share it with you. Okay, and it's about suffering. Actually, choosing to suffer than accepting God's grace. What if choosing to suffer feels easier than accepting God's grace and His mercy? I've been thinking about how often we stay in suffering, not because God put us there, but because somehow along the way we believe we deserve it. We deserve to suffer. You know, we begin to wear suffering like a sentence, like we've been sentenced to suffer. That's our punishment, or like a payment. The proof that we understand the weight of what we've done. That's that's the proof that what we've done, we got to suffer for it, you know, or we seem done to us. If it's been done to us, then we choose to suffer. Sometimes suffering feels familiar. Grace don't feel familiar, but suffering does. Grace asks us to receive, just receive it. Just receive God's grace daily. Mercy asks us to stop punishing ourselves. And that can feel even harder than staying in pain. Receiving grace and mercy feels harder than staying in the pain. I wonder how many of us stay stuck in suffering mindset because pain feels safer than freedom. It's safe than being free. Pain feels honest. Pain feels like we've earned it. Pain feels like accountability. But grace feels undeserved. And that's exactly why it challenges us to just receive. We tell ourselves, if I suffer long enough, maybe I'll finally feel worthy. But God never asks us to suffer to earn His love. And we don't need to suffer to earn anybody else's love either. But grace doesn't erase responsibility, it releases condemnation. Mercy doesn't excuse the past, it redeems it. And staying broken became mistaken for being faithful. You stay broke, then that means you're faithful. Accepting grace means believing that God's love is bigger than our shame. It means trusting that healing isn't cheating. It means letting go of the belief that pain is proof of devotion. And maybe the hardest part of this is if I accept God's mercy, I can no longer hide any I can no longer hide in my suffering. I've I've had to learn. I've have to live healed. I have to walk forward. I have to believe I'm still chosen. So maybe the real question isn't why we suffer, but why we struggle to receive God's grace. Why do we struggle to receive God's grace? Hmm. Just a quick morning reflection, thoughts out loud. Make it a great day. Spread love and kindness. And remember, grace and mercy new every day. All right?